Well, folks, it's time for our June 5th edition of CDL Live, which I don't even know if you can call it an edition of CDL Live. Folks, it's Game 6 between the Hartford homies and the Puerto Rico Playas. I mean, that's pretty much it right there. It's Game 6 between the homies and the Playas and the homies. Impressive on the road in Game 5 and looking for more of the same in Game 6 as they look to clinch this series on the road. Of course, Hartford, number 2 seed of the East. Puerto Rico, defending Eastern Conference champions, but they are down this series 3-2. Here in Game 6, they have home field. They look to get the win here and force a decisive Game 7 that, of course, Hartford would have the home side of the field for, but the Playas, defending Eastern Conference champs, looking to keep their season alive today, and the Hartford homies, of course, trying to make it to the second round of the playoffs. They could do so with the win here. Game 6 of their best of 7 series, and folks, it's one of only 2 series still left going. Is in the June 4th game day, the Empire, they were able to knock out the Pittsburgh Destroyers 4-2, and well, we do know we have one Game 7 guaranteed, though. We do know that New Mexico Monsters won Game 6 against the Nevada Thunder, so Game 7, Nevada at New Mexico. Of course, that'll be in our next game day, the June 6th game day. And when that starts, folks, it's not just that Game 7 going on. We actually start the second round of the Development League playoffs, which is, of course, a best-of-3 series. And actually, both series going to be on tap there. You're going to get to see Calgary and Baltimore on the next game day, along with Syracuse and Oklahoma City. Of course, OKC able to win Game 5 and take that series there. So, of course, those 2 series, though, best out of 3. Calgary and Baltimore, Syracuse and OKC, and that will be main evented on the June 6th game day by Game 7, New Mexico and Nevada. But here today, just the one game, Hartford homies versus the Puerto Rico Playas. Both these teams on their quest to try to get Crash Bowl 19 here in 2015, and Hartford homies, 1 win away from moving on to the second round, folks. We'll find out what happens here on this June 5th edition of CDL Live. Just one game, so let's get you down the field for Playas and homies. Welcome, CDL fans, to our June 5th edition of CDL Live, and only one game that has to take place here today, and what a game it should be. Tim Giesser's Hartford homies, the number 2 seed of the Eastern Conference Northeast Division champions, on the road here today, looking to clinch their series against the 7th-seeded defending Eastern Conference champions, Alex Johnson's Puerto Rico Playas. So let's go on ahead and take a look back at how the series has gone as these 2 owner rivals have gone at it. Their teams, different division, but again, the owners, big rivals against each other, and the first time these 2 teams have gone head-to-head in the playoffs under both owners' control, so to speak. Puerto Rico used to be Matt Hughes' team back in the day when Puerto Rico and Hartford met before, but first time that the Playas meet the homies with Alex Johnson at the helm. So, with that being said, yeah, let's look at the series, how it's gone so far. Game 1, Puerto Rico dominating, 15-0, serving donuts for dinner. You're thinking, well, this series won't last long. Well, guess again, Hartford comes right back in Game 2, evens up the series with an overtime win there. Heading to Game 3, and Puerto Rico, yet again, just making Hartford look silly. 15-5 win, taking the 2-1 series lead. But, folks, that's the last win that they've actually gotten in this series. Hartford turned on the engines at that point, and matter of fact, Game 4 turned on the afterburners along with it. 15-5, returning the favor to Puerto Rico to even up the series at 2 games apiece. And then came to Game 5, and they did the exact same thing. 15-5, they beat Puerto Rico to take the 3-2 series lead that they have right now heading into Game 6. Definitely the momentum on Hartford's side. Their smash mouth cars like 46 Jr. and Hammer especially been getting the job done. So what can Alex Johnson do to get past this one? See Green Blaze Jr. sitting at the 5-point gainer spot today. Will it be enough to surpass the Hartford homies here today and force a decisive Game 7, which of course the homies would have home field advantage for as the higher seed in the playoffs between the 2? Of course, they're the number 2 seed in the East. Puerto Rico, the number 7 seed in the East, but definitely not a team to sleep on. Hey, they made it to the Crash Bowl last year. That's all I can say about that one. But nonetheless, Tim Giesser's Hartford homies, Alex Johnson's Puerto Rico Playas, always a treat to watch. Let's get a look at the lineups. And here we go, folks. Leading the way for the Hartford homies here in Game 6 will be 46 Juniors. Matter of fact, using the same lineup that they've been using. That's gotten them all the success and the momentum that they got going. And 46 Juniors' first opponent, Black Star from the Puerto Rico Playas side. So here we go, and both cars up after the first collision. Relining up, going at it again, and Black Star playing good defensively right now. He's the offensive car, no interference there. Both cars still up. Came closer, they would have their own side of the field anyways, even with the interference, but they will regardless here. And so far, Black Star on the defensive, doing well so far. And almost has a flip there, but 46 Junior threw a barrel roll. And he comes back with the flip right there, and the Hartford homies have the lead. 5-0 the score. Good little battle there, right, though. Gotta give Black Star some credit. Hanging in there defensively as long as he did. At least got one good flip opportunity, just couldn't get it done there. As 46 Junior, good enough defensively to stave it off. Now goes up against Solar Reflex here. And this is where the defense kicks in, and both 46 Junior and Solar Reflex are down on that one. Clean collision, clean flips for both sides. And 46 Junior setting up Hammer just so perfectly right now. One flip away from winning this series are Tim Giesser's Hartford homies. And Tim Giesser saying this would be the year of TGI yet again. As he hunts down his 5th Crash Bowl title. Now the Demons swept past the Vandals in the first round. Can he get Hartford to the second round? If Hartford does make it there, they will have to actually play against the Philadelphia Demons in round 2 if they actually win this series, folks. And New York would have to play Tampa Bay. If Puerto Rico could somehow win it, the Playas would play Tampa Bay, and New York would be playing against Philadelphia. But nonetheless, could be an all-TGI second round if the homies get the win right here, and they're one flip away from doing so. Black Lena, though, out there for the Puerto Rico Playas. He's pretty good defensively, and trying to keep the Playas season alive. Needs at least a tie to keep their season alive here. But, you know, he's looking for the tie right here. Takes on Hammer. Smash mouth car that Hammer is. He's such a heavy car. That front end works just like a battering ram. And that spin cycle stays so stable to the ground. But as of right now, Black Lena is doing the same thing. Staying low, staying stable. Trying not to be jostled around too much. And they both will go down there. So the Playas, their season still alive for now. But now it all rests on the shoulders, or the fenders, I guess you could say, of Green Blaze Jr. 15-10 the score. Hartford homies, again, still one flip away from clinching this series. Indy 5 out there trying to get the job done here in regulation. Green Blaze Jr. trying to force overtime. And here we go. And it's over right there. No interference. A clean flip off screen. Green Blaze Jr. is down, and Tim Giesser has the Hartford homies matching up with the Philadelphia Demons in the second round of the playoffs. The homies win the series 4-2 right there, and clinch their spot, punching their ticket to the second round of the 2015 CDL Playoffs. A good win for Hartford right there, winning the series on the road in Games 5 and 6. Got to give a lot of credit to the homies for getting that job done, and that was the one thing that Hartford had come into the series, playing up against a team with so much defense. They are stacked with a lot of heavyweight cars that are totally capable of getting the job done. And then Indy 5, you can't really say much about him other than, hey, he's a Hall of Famer. He's definitely been a legend in this game, and gets the job done without any question here today. Homies win the series 4-2. So, with that being said, folks, the traditional way of doing things here in the CDL, Tim Giesser getting revenge for just last season when Puerto Rico knocked out Philly in the second round. Hartford knocking out Puerto Rico in the first round here in 2015. And Alex Johnson, though, gotta give him some credit. Hey, he's still got the Blaze in the playoffs, and hey, he's got OKC in the second round of the D-League playoffs. Something Tim wasn't able to do, came up short against Baltimore with the Tomahawks. But nonetheless, congratulations to the Puerto Rico Playas on having one hell of a season here in 2015. Had some struggles. It was maybe not as glorious of a year as they might have hoped coming in at the 7th seed, but definitely putting on a good show, making it to the playoffs. And if I know Alex Johnson at all, I know the Puerto Rico Playas at all. They'll be back in 2016, no doubt about it. And if anything, Brandon might be a little bit upset about this one because he was looking forward to a Tampa Bay Puerto Rico matchup. But nonetheless, we already know now what the second round looks like in the Eastern Conference. We know the Gators going to be taking on the 6-seeded New York Empire, so a 1-6 matchup there, and then the 5-seeded Philadelphia Demons will be taking on the 2-seeded Hartford Homies. So, but all congrats to the Playas on a great season, and Alex Johnson leading this team the way he does, giving them another playoff year, and just, impressive performance, just not enough here in 2015 to move ahead any further. So for the very last time, we pay our respects, and with honors and all that good stuff to the Puerto Rico Playas, being the great team that they are to make the playoffs. Congratulations on a hell of a season in 2015, no doubt about it. Still going to their bag for the last time, and wait for the off season to come, folks, and wait for 2016. I'm pretty sure it will be a threat just in a year's time, no doubt about it. The Homies winning the series 4-2, folks, and that is going to do it for our June 5th edition of CDL Live. And, folks, this first round, quite frankly, to be honest, I was kind of hoping for more Game 7s, but, hey, the better teams proved that they were the better teams quicker this season. That there was no doubt about it, and, hey, who knows, that second round is definitely looking to be quite the doozy. Tampa Bay, New York, Empire, and Gators. That could be a great series. And, of course, Hartford and Philadelphia. Can you ask for much more than that, folks? What else can I say? Two great teams, both with the same owner. Tim Giesser should definitely be loving that series, no doubt about it. One of his teams, we know, will make the Eastern Conference Finals. The only question, which one will do it? But that being said, James Holsier, owner and creator of the Car Demolition League, thanking you for watching, folks. And until next game you watch or whatnot, hey, definitely appreciate your viewing this video. And, hey, until next time, yeah, take care of yourself, be yourselves. And before I say peace, let's explain the next game day, the June 6th game day. And we do have one Game 7 that's got to happen, folks. The Nevada Thunder on the road to take on the New Mexico Monsters. Series tied at 3 games apiece. So winner take all there. Western Conference quarterfinals. Should be a fun one to watch. But while that's going on, that's the main event. The Soldiers Cup semifinals. Both games. Calgary at Baltimore leading it off. And then, of course, Syracuse and Oklahoma City. Both those series are best out of 3. Is the Soldiers Cup semifinals. Second round of the D-League playoffs will be smashing off right before that Game 7. So, yes, until then, folks, hope you'll be there to watch it. And, yeah, until next time, take care of yourselves, be yourselves, and peace.